Call to order the Historic District Review Board meeting for October 15th, 2025. Welcome, and can you state your names, please?
Ken Monarch.
Libby Wright.
Kathy Glasser.
Joan Cooper.
Can we stand for the invocation and pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have an announcement.
Board members, welcome today. I did want to make you aware, I think we sent out some communication earlier today. Our community has been hit with a scam that is coming out from applicants into the Planning and Zoning Department who are being contacted by fraudulent, not affiliated with the town at all in any way, individuals who are trying to get money from people that they don't have a right to, nor are we asking for it, nor seeking it. So we urge everybody who may receive an invoice for what looks like an exorbitant amount of money saying you owe for various zoning fees, permitting fees, legal review fees, and any other administrative fees, contact our office directly. We will confirm if you have any such fee owed to us, and we'll confirm if that's a valid invoice. I'm going to tell you at 90% of the time, the answer is going to be no. There are a few items that we do invoice individuals for that are applying for various things through our office relative to public hearings in particular, because they do get an invoice following the cost of the legal ads that we may place or the mailing costs associated with those legal notices that go out the door. For your department, for the Historic District Review Board applications, they do pay internal fees. They are paid at the time of application filing in the office directly, and it is directly with our Treasurer's Department, never through our current, with our staff. We do not have the ability to process payments directly ourselves. Everybody is referred over to the Treasurer's Department. So we just wanted to make everybody aware of that. Be vigilant. If you have any questions or concerns of any communication you get from us, whether that is real or valid, contact us. Always call us or email us, and we will reach out to you and let you know what is going on with the situation. We are working on a public notice going out to the public at large to make them aware of this. So that should be out here in the next 2 days or so through a mass blast email from the town clerk. So I thank you for your time.
We're not likely to get it. It would be the public, right?
That's correct. It's not coming through us. It's not coming out of a town email account at all, but they are obtaining the applicant information based upon our agendas and the packet that's going out as part of your agenda. We are taking steps internally that we will then be now blocking off certain information in that agenda packet so they can no longer have access to any of the contact information of either the applicant or their representatives, both in terms of email information, phone numbers, things of that nature. We are required still to produce and make public the name of the property owner and the address and tax map number of the parcel that's up for consideration at any of our hearings. I cannot screen that out, but we're going to take everything else out from the public view from seeing that contact information. So we wanted to make you aware of that. Well, I'm up here, and I know Tracy's going to tell you some other announcements tonight, but we are moving the town hall if you didn't notice. If you didn't see any of our signs or information out in the public at large, we are moving the town hall. So starting next Thursday, we are shut down for business for 3 days as we move the building over here right across the street to the Trinity Methodist Church. So come the 28th of October, you can find us in our new home, and we welcome everybody to come visit us. It's all almost the first floor, so no stairs. So you're welcome to come find us and visit our new offices. And that's it for me.
Can I ask a question? Is the town services unavailable for those 3 days?
Yes, because we are moving all of our IT and communications. You can still send communications to us. They're just going to get stacked up until they are
So I'll
serviced here.
specifically ask, is the building inspector unavailable for those 3 days?
That's correct. He is
Okay,
unavailable.
and then the following week is also unavailable.
That's correct. He is out of town the following week.
So which 3 days is it?
So Thursday and Friday next week, he is unavailable to do inspections, and then that following Monday, he's not doing inspections while we finish the move. If the move gets finished early and he might be able
He's
to
out of
do
town.
anything. Yeah, so yes, the full following week he'll be out of
So
town.
with no inspections from Wednesday on.
Yes, so he's gonna be very busy Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, yes. So contacting him, and I think he's been telling everybody that.
No, we knew, we didn't know about it. We have a final we're shooting for on Friday.
Yep,
Okay.
okay.
And do we want to make an announcement about the,
I think Tracy's gonna handle that.
okay. Do we have any public comments?
We do not have any public comments.
Has everyone read the agenda and agreed to the agenda, what the information in the agenda is correct? Not, I'm sorry, not the agenda, the minutes.
The agenda format, you're correct.
Okay, agenda format,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Do you need a motion for that?
Yes.
Okay, I move that we accept the agenda as written.
Seconded.
Okay. New business?
Thank everyone for coming out tonight. As you will notice, we only have 4 members. We normally have 5. We did have a member resign. So if anyone out in our audience or who's watching on Facebook would like to be on the Historic District Review Board, please fill out an application. I don't see any hands going on.
No.
So our first one up for tonight is 439 Mason Avenue. The applicant is Bruce and Joan Gettinger, but they are being represented by QS LLC. This home is listed as non-contributing, is circa 1980, and is a ranch style. The applicant is seeking to replace the vinyl windows with new Fibrex windows of the same configuration, which is listed. The existing vinyl siding with new hardy siding, and the existing vinyl sills, trim, and fascia with new AZAC. If you have it over on page 4 of your agenda, you'll see an aerial map and the materials listed for the windows, siding, sills, trim, and fascia. This property is legal and a conforming use. And next down, you'll see that there are all your historic district guidelines to go by. The applicant representatives are here if you have any questions. I just ask all applicants and the representatives when they come up to the mic if you'll state your name for the record.
Good evening, Sean Ingram. I just want to clarify the fascia, we were not going to replace. The cornice was going to stay intact.
Okay.
Okay, sorry for any miscommunication.
I think we were just trying to cover everything.
Yep.
I have a question about the shutters. Currently, it looks like the shutters are non-conforming to standard in that they wouldn't look like they cover the windows. So if you're not going to if you're going to replace them, they would have to conform. But if they're the same shutters that are already on there,
That's correct. They were supposed to be the same shutters. I think the application states the same shutters.
okay, then that's good.
Okay.
I don't have any other questions.
The window frames will stay, there'll be no change in the sills.
Well, we'll actually be adding to be more conforming. We'll be adding an oversized historic style sill and a 5/4 trim around it, which currently does not have, so it'll be a step above what it currently is in conforming.
Same size hole.
Yeah, the window itself is going to be pretty close to the same size. I mean, you can't, within the 1/8 of an inch.
And I see a mix of,
Grill patterns.
yeah,
Yeah.
4/4, 6/6.
Yeah, I mean, unless, you guys require something different, we're trying to stick with what's, quote, unquote, existing as far as the palette is concerned.
So you just, whatever was there before, that's
But mirroring exactly what's there.
And they're not inside the windows, it's,
That's, yeah, it's SDF, yeah.
okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so right now it's GBT, we're again upgrading that to BSD.
Okay.
No?
I move we approve the certificate of appropriateness as written, so.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved.
Great, thanks so much.
We will be calling the next applicant, and her name is Debbie Blackburn. This is for the property at 115 Mason Avenue for Unit 202. I got my cell phone.
Okay. Is the phone not working?
I don't know. Oh, there you go.
Thank you for calling.
You don't. My fingers are too fat. 7. Mhm. And this is Debbie.
Tracy, drag, and Jason.
Yeah. Maybe she has a reason.
I called them today. They said, according to our records, everything's working fine.
It's not. It is not.
This is probably your city's.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
I'll keep trying, or if you give me the phone number, and you guys go ahead and start.
Okay.
So to clear up any questions, we did, back in July, we did have 115 Mason Avenue, Unit 201. So this is the other tenants of that. So what we are looking at here is, this is in the historic registry, we are non-contributing circa 1920 commercial style. They are looking to replace the following windows. They're replacing all wood windows with the vinyl windows of the same configuration and size, and the existing wood sills with vinyl sills of the same dimension. And if you turn it over to page 26, the materials are listed for the windows and sills. So these are the same exact windows you approved back in July.
Okay. And that's all they're doing.
That is all they're doing.
So, can we make a decision without them here?
Yeah. I have no
As long
questions.
as you don't have any questions or
I have
anything.
no questions. No questions? Make a motion.
I'll move that we accept the application.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pass. Let's see.
Okay, moving right along, we have 550 Madison Avenue. The applicants are Richard and Susan Berger. This is a contributing structure. A 1910 folk Victorian is what is listed in the historic register. What the applicant is seeking to redo is replace the existing porch features as follows. They would like to replace the turned wood columns with square vinyl columns, and the balustrades are now turned vinyl. They would like to replace them with square vinyl, And the step railing has turned vinyl, and they would like to also replace that with square vinyl. Turn on page 46, you will see the materials, which is vinyl, PVC. Everything is fine with zoning. And then you'll see the historic guidelines. And the applicant is here if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Richard Berger, 550 Madison Avenue.
So I had a question. So when we look at the folk Victorian guidelines, the general description of the building, on the porches, if they have square columns, they have turned spindles. And if they have turned columns, they have square spindles, or they're both turned. So in order to be consistent with the historic register, I think you would have to choose one of those three options. Rather than square and square, they'd have to be turned, one of them would have to be turned, either the spindles or the columns.
Okay. The house, if you're standing in front of my house, the house to the left has square and square, and the house to the right has square and turned. The house beyond that is square and square. Is there a reason that I cannot conform with the house to my left and the house two doors down?
Well, our guidelines are newer probably than the work that was done on those houses.
Okay.
And we often get people asking why, if he can do it, why I can't. And it really has to do with what our guidelines say.
Okay.
And we just had one of these come back in July, like converting the screen porch, and we told them the same thing. One of them, either the columns or the spindles should be turned as opposed to both square.
Okay. Do we need to know right now which choice I'm going to make?
No, we do not.
Now, the spindles that are there now, are they original?
They were there 5.5 years ago when we bought the house.
In other words, don't know.
They look pretty new.
Were they there in 1910? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they look sort of Home Depot.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I said they look relatively new.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You can let Tracy know, we can make a,
We'll include this in your motion, and then as long as Richard lets us know, when he's doing the work, what has been chosen of square to. I'm gonna
Square
give
to
it-
spindle, spindle.
Square to turn, or turn to square, on which ones of the spindle and the columns. Yes.
My
Make it part of your motion tonight.
My preference would be square columns and turn spindles, but I'm going to have to consult with the other applicant.
so the materials meet the guidelines, so we
Yeah.
can approve based on whichever he decides, and you'll let Tracy know.
Yeah, of course.
So shall we make a motion?
I move that we accept the application, provided the Bergers follow one of the three.
Right.
What's the guideline? What's the number?
So the general description of buildings in three.
Section 3?
Yeah, section 3 on page 312.
Okay. Okay. All in favor? Oh, wait, you made the motion. We didn't
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
All right,
So
lovely.
just let Tracy know.
Yes.
Okay. We're headed to 537 Mason Avenue now. The applicant is Miss Dorothy Butler. The house is a contributing 1920 folk Victorian. And the applicant is seeking to demolish the existing front porch, which in the pictures you can say is falling down, and construct a new front porch of the same size, style, and materials on the single-family home. If you look on page 57, you will see the front porch materials list. The roof will have the same kind of asphalt shingles, the ceiling will be wood, the corbels will be wood, the flooring wood, the columns turned wood, the balustrade and railing will be the square wood, and the skirting will be wood lattice. This is a legal conforming use, so we're all good with zoning, and you'll see the historic guidelines there. And the applicant is here if you would have any questions for her. Please.
Hello, Dorothy Butler, 537 Mason Avenue.
Hello. I think you're right behind me.
Am
I had no questions.
I don't have any questions either, because we got it's a faux Victorian, and we have tooled columns and square spindles. We're good.
Anyone have any questions? Can we make a motion to approve?
I make a motion that we approve the application for 537 Mason Avenue.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Now we're moving over to Monroe, 600 Monroe. The applicants are Mark Calleton and Sophia Shea. They're represented by Jesse Philpott. Again, we have a contributing circa 1920. This one is different, a colonial revival. The applicant is seeking to enclose the existing 64 square foot rear portico and replace the existing wood rear step railing with more wood railing. I do believe it is in need of replacement. Moving right along to the materials, the siding for this enclosure will be the wood lap siding that matches the home. The trim will be square PVC. The door is a fiberglass 32 by 80 half light at top and 2-panel bottom. The windows will be a vinyl casement single sash. And the railing, as mentioned, will be treated wood. This is a legal conforming use, so we're all good with zoning. You have your historic district guidelines, and the applicant's representative is here if you have any questions.
Hey, I'm Jesse Philpott for 600 Monroe.
I didn't have any.
No questions.
Pretty easy. I do not have any questions. I think that the people applying finally got the gist of what we need, and
Yeah.
I
move we.
very good.
Yeah, I move we approve and move to certificate of appropriateness.
And I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved, that was easy.
Thanks.
Okay, moving right along, we're going to 114 Big Street. The applicants are Donald and Mary, I do believe is Brickley, and they're represented by Eric Adams, who is here tonight. So we have a contributing circa 1920 colonial revival, and the applicant is seeking to screen in the existing rear deck. And if you turn it to page 96, you'll see the roofing material will be master rib, metal panel. The ceiling is a pine tongue and groove wall plank. The doors, which will be fiberglass screen, will be with fiberglass screening will be solid pine, and the columns will be a Douglas fir timber, and the screen will be aluminum. They are good with zoning. You have your historic district guidelines, and Mr. Adams is here to answer any questions.
I'm Eric, 114 Fig.
Welcome. Questions?
No
I have
questions.
a question on the actual shape. I noticed that the area that you're looking to screen in, on one side there's steps.
Yes.
Are you covering those, or are you taking those out?
Yeah, the steps are gonna get covered in the screen as well. They're gonna end up using the steps as, I guess, bench or sitting area.
So there'll be
for
no
your
door
guests.
on that side?
There's gonna be a door in the middle of that side, but the screen is gonna end up starting like a 2 foot or so back from the end of the steps on that side. And then there's gonna be a door. I asked them if they, do they want me to remove it or lower that side? They said, just keep it the way it is. We wanna use that to put plants on or whatever. I said, okay.
So you'd go out the door and then go up the steps to the rest of the deck?
Yes. To the rest of the deck through a door, and there's also gonna be a door that leads you into the backyard, down the original set of stairs there.
2 doors, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, the dance club, all-night dance club is gonna be hosted there, and it's gonna be nice.
Any other questions?
No questions.
No questions? Okay, I move that we approve the application as stated.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Okay, we're moving along to Strawberry Street now. The applicants are Andrew and Jacqueline Sears. They are represented by Coastal Craftsman Builders LLC. This will be a new home. So the applicant is seeking to construct a new 2-story single-family residence, which it will have a front porch, a rear deck, and an enclosed rear outdoor shower. This also includes the installation of a sidewalk as required by the town. And although this lot is currently vacant, new construction should be compatible, sympathetic, and complementary to the existing building. We move over to page 112. You'll see all of the materials listed out for the roof, the siding, the windows, the trim, the doors, the front porch, the rear enclosed deck, the foundation, the outdoor shower, and the sidewalk concrete. This is approved by zoning. Right along, this one had a little more pages. To page 113, you'll see your historic district guidelines, and as I did say, the representative is here if you have questions.
I have one question on the pipe. So I saw the original plans from the cedar shake went to the lap siding, which is fine, but there's going to be an exposed round pipe. You don't intend to leave that like a shiny metal, do you?
It could be black, it could be galvanized, galvalume, it could be whatever.
Yeah, it could be painted, just so it's not a white shine, like a bright shiny.
Previous ones, we've asked that they painted a matte,
So like
Yeah.
painted black would be.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be
They
fine.
don't care, they're
Just so it
trying to
doesn't-
save some money to not have to build that whole chase.
Gotcha. Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to force them to do that, but we also don't want a shiny.
Good.
Not in keeping with the guidelines, but painting a matte color, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't
that's
matter
fine.
what it is, but a matte black, that's
Yeah.
fine.
and I have one question. I know we're not the tree people, but are you planning on replacing the trees you're taking out?
I don't have a landscape schedule yet, but I know we're supposed to worry about it at some point.
Sorry, our ordinance, the zoning ordinance only requires the planting of 2 trees that cover the frontage, if the frontage is 40 feet in dimension. And they can be planted anywhere on the lot, that's a zoning issue, and we will address that when it's submitted for the building permit. We always encourage them to do additional plantings, and almost every property owner does, but that's all the ordinance requires.
Okay, that's in what's called the VDOT area, is that saying the two trees?
I won't say it's in the VDOT area, it could be right at the sidewalk, to create the treescape along the sidewalk, or they could choose to plant those 2 trees elsewhere on their property.
Oh, they said in front, that's what I was asking.
we try and encourage them, but it's not
Got it,
required to
got
do
it.
that
Okay,
location.
thank you.
Is there an outdoor shower? You
Yes.
mentioned it.
Yes,
And
it's
where,
off the back deck. It's enclosed if you go out the back door to the left.
is that where that little X?
Mhm.
Okay.
We're gonna make it look better than a little X, so. it's gonna-
No other questions, anyone?
No, I move we approve as written for a certificate of appropriateness.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Before you take your final vote, you also need to include the request
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
the-
exposed area height.
Yeah, you have to paint the pipe, a matte color of your choosing. Sorry,
So you approve it with,
yes, with that
Recommendation
stipulation,
made.
yeah.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks. That's it, that's the last one.
Yes, after Katie does the
We gotta do our,
administrator report, I have a few announcements.
okay.
You can handle my report for me, it's very not normal this month. Go for it.
Just like last month. Okay, so as you see, we only approved 2. And if there are no other questions, both of them were approved per the zoning ordinance. And, okay, you're not allowed to jump in front of me and hooray. You can do that out on the sidewalk. The November meeting is canceled. You have not received any applications.
Okay. Good deal.
So,
That's a shame.
I look forward,
I'm
and I
so
thank
looking
you,
forward to
I
it.
thank you
Yeah.
all for coming out tonight, so,
Okay.
thank you.
okay,
That's it?
all right. I move we adjourn.